Alright, I'll finally clear this card. I'm sorry to have done this to everybody, where for some reason I've just been having trouble with this card. I can't explain why. Are you kidding me? I've done it again. Okay, there we go. I thought I was going to lose my mind there for a second. It didn't look that bad on the Wii U, though, for being a Game Boy Advance game. The Wii U is a great emulation console. I really... First of all, I wish that they did more... First of all, I have a lot of thoughts about the Wii U in general. But, I mean, most of those thoughts are pretty good. Like, Nintendo did a good job of releasing... well, I'll walk that back immediately. Nintendo had good games on there, which are now almost exclusively all available on the Switch, with the exception of Xenoblade X, which is one of my favorite games. And of course, with the exception of... I guess there's a door that... pop up there? I forgot. But yeah, in terms of Virtual Console, like it's spot on. Like I don't like paying money for games, but I mean like in terms of like the library is very solid. Like there's even DS games that actually play pretty good on here too. And I wish they would have put more on here. Like there's so many games that like they knew the system was dead and just decided they didn't care anymore. And I wish they'd put Game Boy Advance games, and then especially N64 games on the Switch. I want to play Mario Party 2 on the Switch Online. That would be pretty tight. I know you can play with NetPlay and stuff, but that's not the channel for this. Could I figure it out? Yes. Will I find 4 friends who are willing to do that? Probably not. My friend group is full of people who have mortgages. I mean, I have a mortgage too, but I mean, we don't have the time to get that working. Oh, I miss Donkey Kong Jr. I wish he came back. Like I feel like there's I miss that era of Donkey Kong, like with Jr. I remember Super Mario Kart and he was always fun in that. There's probably no game like before like you could track like how long you played games. Like I don't know the exact number of hours I put into Super Mario Kart as a kid. It's if I were to say there's one game I'm good at, it's Mario Kart, and I will inevitably play Mario Kart on the channel at some point here too, because for a while I decided I was gonna work out playing Mario Kart by doing an exercise bike and just playing Mario Kart as I went, and I would go faster playing Mario Kart Online when I go faster on the bike because psychologically I thought psychologically I could think a lot of things, but I think there's certainly a component to I went faster as I thought the race was on the line and stuff. And I played a lot of Mario Kart Online, and I really enjoyed it. Yep, I'm gonna go chase the thing down. Yeah, I'm just not screwing with the spade houses, by the way, because I can't get the timing down, and I don't want to learn because I'm white and a male, so I can do whatever I want. I'm speaking ironically for those of you who do not know. I have a very dry sense of humor. I want to make that very clear. I don't think that's the case. I just have a very dry sense of humor sometimes, so... Well, somehow I'm alive. I'll roll with it. Let's see here. There's a lot of fire in this one. So we're gonna hang back here for just a smidge, and this one cannot get to me. Yeah, so before games had times, like, I am certain, like, you know, well, obviously, like, you know, like, there's no way to measure, I mean, there were, but, like, not every game had that. I'm positive I played Super Mario Kart more than any other game in my life. I feel like the odds of that are very high. because like at that point in my life, I only had like 8 games. Now I have a whole bunch of games. Now, granted, on the Switch there are about 14 games I put 100 hours in, but that's just a product of that's just a product of some really long games. Like, I'll run through them real quick. I sunk 500 hours into Rocket League because for various reasons I had to move back in with my parents for while I was trying to sell my house down in where I used to live in Tinley Park, and that's very sad. That is a very sad thing that happened there. So I had to move back in with my parents for about 6 months, and my parents are good people, but I mean, once you've had the taste of, once you've had, I don't know what happened there. I guess you can't hit him in the glasses. I don't know what happened there. That felt unnecessary. All right, we're gonna. I want to save those. I'll go mushroom. That's fine. I want to save my flowers for later, or my leaves for later. So pretty much for a loop, all I did was I went home and I played Rocket League for a while on the Switch, and I was very good at it for a while. I can't go in the air, but I was very good at being on the ground and being a nuisance. That was fun. I put so much time into that game, spending a total of just the amount for the cartridge. I'm not a big fan of microtransactions. Then next off will be Splatoon 2. I put about 400 hours into that game. A lot of it just in Salmon Run, because Salmon Run's just a good player versus environment mode. It's just a lot of fun, and but also I got everything into S+ ranked mode and then promptly stopped, because if you do not play consistently, you lose your ability to be good at it. And I moved on to other games, so I'm permanently in S+, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Then next up that I can think of, Xenoblade 2. I love the Xenoblade games. They are everything I look for in an open world game. I'm not super into open world games that are. I'm not super big into like the American version of open world games. I don't feel there's enough to do in the environment. Maybe that's just me. I don't. I appreciate what Grand Theft Auto does. I can't gravitate around Grand Theft Auto's decision makings. Sadly, my Catholic upbringing has ingrained that into my personality. I'm just kind of stuck with my morals. I wish I was. I want to be chaotic neutral, but I'm chaotic good. For D&D aficionados. Yeah, we're just using it here because I'm bored by dealing with the fire, and I want to speed past that here because for you good fine folks out there. But yeah, Xenoblade 2, I put 100 hours of that thing in like about 3 weeks. I was playing that game for about 14 to 15 hours at a clip, because it's just a game where you could just sink yourself into side quests forever. And yeah, the side quests are kind of meaningless and stupid, but I mean, you know, the side quests in a lot of games are meaningless and stupid. That doesn't mean that side quests can't be a fun experience to just, you know, you're gonna tackle these things in your inbox today, and it's a fun thing to do. I also just really like I really like the world building and the characters and stuff, and especially the music. The music in Xenoblade is maybe one of the best in video games. They've always rocked the soundtrack very solidly. I probably will not play Xenoblade on the channel because it's a 100-hour game, but I might do Torna the Golden Country or Future Connected. I feel those would be those are bite-sized little chunks into the Xenoblade experience that are a lot of fun. I definitely put over 100 hours into Mario Kart, closer to about 150, I'd say. It's kind of right down the middle. I really liked Magic the Gathering as a kid. but Magic the Gathering lost all the allure as soon as I had the money to buy any card I wanted to, particularly online. The game kind of lost its allure for me, because then why would you not go with whatever the game has for meta? Like, I mean, at that point, it's just like, okay, well, I mean, this is just a thing. And I'm not saying Magic the Gathering is bad, but I am going to say Magic the Gathering doesn't have a good video game. I really want there to be a good Magic the Gathering video game, and because there's not, I played 100 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh. I've not the Legacy of the Duelist game. I'm a little ashamed of that, but I had fun doing it, so I mean, it's fine. I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but clearly I put 100 hours into it, so I mean, what does that say? But I mean, I had a good time with it. It's not bad. I'm trying to think what else off the top of my head here. I'll do a full rundown of stuff, but at some point I'm certain, and rate them. But definitely Breath of the Wild, I put 100 hours plus into. I put 100 hours plus into, no, I'll walk that back. I only put about 50 hours, or no, I put 100 hours into Fire Emblem Three Houses. I still have another house to go through, but I put 100 hours into doing Eldegard and Knockclaw, the boring one, the blue one. I put, he's actually a fine character. I'm not gonna shit on him too much, but I mean, just like when I saw him like be presented like in the art and stuff, I thought, okay, this guy is generico McGeneric. He's gonna be like, you know, he's gonna be following his god and stuff, and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, he's that archetype. It's fine. The one I haven't done is Claude, and I want to see what Claude is all about. And I didn't do the DLC either, so I want to do that at some point. Those guys are fun. Let's see. So I did those. Go through here. Let's see what we got. Crash Team Racing. I love Crash Team Racing, and I spent 100 hours just on the time it took to load a level. That's a burn for people who have played Crash Team Racing on the Switch. It is very bad in terms of its ability to load levels properly. Wish it wasn't the case. I'm just pointing it out as it is. I know they patched it. It's still shit. Which is unfortunate, because I loved playing Crash Team Racing as a kid. It's better than Mario Kart 64. If you want to fight me on the internet about it, here's my address. Yeah, no, I actually like I like Crash Team Racing, and I like Diddy Kong Racing. Both are good. Definitely do have some of that content coming up here soon at some point here, as we kind of figure out our schedule as we go through these videos here. But yeah, I don't know, I tend to be gravitated more towards Nintendo games. Like, I definitely have owned every PlayStation console, and I've owned half of every Xbox generation. I have the new one now, and I'm looking forward to play any games on it whenever they decide they want to come out. Yeah, I don't know. I just find myself gravitated towards Nintendo games. They tend to be they tend to be my jam. There's something to be said about like Sony games are good, but Sony games have become very cinematic. I feel like I played through the new Ratchet and Clank game, and the experience was almost like playing like an Uncharted game. Like, it just kind of like there's a whole bunch of like scripted cinematic scenes, and it's just like it's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with having scripted scenes. It just feels like it just felt like every other Sony game over the last couple of years, with a little hint of Ratchet and Clank action, and it just feels like they're all kind of marching to that same beat of like the Naughty Dog style, effectively. And Insomniac is good. Oh, it's the Karibo Shoe level. Oh, we're gonna Karibo Shoe this place up. That could be taken out of context. We're gonna probably bleep that. That happened. I'm just gonna kill myself because I don't want to live in a world where I can't play with the Karibo shoe. I'm gonna probably edit that joke out too.